E5W40 motor oil. The Dello is also a heavy-duty diesel engine oil. The Shell Rotella T6 only included the diesel designation, but this Dello oil also includes the SN for gasoline engine use. I already have the oil testing lab results back on the Shell Rotella T6 from an earlier video that we did on T6, but I haven't yet tested the Dello. But I'm going to go ahead and send off the oil for analysis, and we'll come back to this later in the video. In the first test, we'll see which oil tolerates the heat the best. We'll first measure out 200 grams of oil into each of the oil containers, then expose them to 410 degrees Fahrenheit of heat for 2 hours. I'll rotate the oil containers every 10 minutes just in case one burner is hotter than the other. I'll also monitor the temperature of both oils throughout the test just to make sure that they're very close to the same. Both oils will experience an equal amount of time on each burner. So why this test? The NOAC volatility test exposes oil to even more heat than this test to simulate engine operating conditions around the upper piston ring area of an engine. High quality oils resist evaporation and thermal breakdown. At the end of this test, we'll compare both oils to see which oil experienced the most evaporative loss. Then we'll be using the cooked oil from this testing for 2 additional tests to see how they perform. It's been right at 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and remove the oil from the burners and allow this oil to cool down. Once it's cooled off, we'll weigh each container to see how much evaporative loss occurred with each brand. Rotella T6 started out at weighing 430.13. It now weighs 423.71. That's a loss of 6.42 grams. Dello started off at weighing 411.29. It now weighs 402.84. That's a loss of 8.45 grams, so T6 experienced less evaporative loss than Dello. Since the oil needs to be in the freezer for 24 hours for the cold oil flow test, let's place both the new and the cooked oils in a freezer that's set to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and we'll come back to this test later in the video. Let's find out if Dello 400 or Shell Rotella T6 offers the best protection against wear. We'll be testing both brands of oil that we just exposed to the heat. The test will last right at 10 minutes. While the lubricity tester doesn't simulate engine operating conditions perfectly, it'll provide us with some great information. T6 is on the left and Dello is on the right. Both oils did very well in this showdown, with T6 coming out ahead with a 3% smaller wear scar than Dello. When it comes to selecting a high-quality motor oil, cold oil performance is a huge factor. Let's kick off the cold oil flow test and see how each oil flows when it's very cold. New T6 lane 1, cooked T6 lane 2, cooked Dello lane 3, new Dello lane 4. And new T6 is out of the gate first and cooked T6 in a very close second. New Dello is in third and cooked Dello is fourth. This is going to be a really close race with all the oils out of the gate quickly and moving fast. Team T6 is really on the move and Team Dello is trying to make up some ground, but T6 is hauling diesel down the straightaway. It's new T6 for the win, cooked T6 second, new Dello third, and cooked Dello fourth. What a great race by both teams. Very